Today we will be looking at a variety of different note-taking methods for a variety of situations. If you want to skip to a particular method, look in our description down below for the timestamp. As always, we have our free resources linked in the description. These methods will be applicable with both online and handwritten note-taking. Check out our site or YouTube channel for more details on everything in this video, as well as our recommended software and products. Now, let's get on with our first method. Our first method is the outline method. This is a technique you may have used previously in some form. This method is essentially outlining and organizing concepts within a topic. The main heading or point is positioned to the far left, with cascading lines below, linked to gradually decreasing importance. The finer the detail within the topic, the further to the right. This method is laid out as heading or main point, subheading or subpoint, then the main point, followed by the subpoint. This is a great way of keeping information straight in your head, especially for a trickier topic. It is worth being concise when note-taking, especially in this method, as otherwise information can be lost and so defeating the point of your clearly structured notes. For more details on all the methods from this video, check out our website. This method is far less known about in comparison to some of our others. The question method is simply a conversion of your notes into a question and answer format. By doing this, you are encouraging active recall, which is essential to successful information retention. For example, asking where is most of the DNA stored, followed by an answer, is better than simply stating where the DNA is stored. If the answer can be hidden in any way, either using Notion or Google Sheets, active recall is further enforced. This is proven to be one of the most effective ways of learning, especially when combined with spaced repetition. This method is well known about, however still an important technique, if done correctly. This method essentially requires the page to be split into three, the first third being a cue column, with the other 2/3 making up the main body of text. This way, the first column encourages active recall. This is important for long-term information retention. Key points or bullet point topics are put into the first third, with the elaborated explanation put into the second column. It is important to still be concise, clear, and accurate when filling in the second column, as otherwise your likelihood of retention is lowered. This method lends itself to being typed, as well as written, and can easily incorporate colors, diagrams, and images. A short summary helps to consolidate the topic, and writing this in your own words can further increase the success of your study. The toggle method is a method of note-taking that utilizes the app Notion, however can be adapted for other software too. The way in which Notion works is an elaborated version of the question method. Essentially, a bullet point is written with just the key phrase or question. The toggle then drops down so more information is shown. This therefore encourages active recall, which, as we know, is essential to quality learning. Whilst Notion has a well laid out system, other applications such as Google Sheets could still do this method and achieve the same goal. What's great about this method is that within the expanded toggle, further toggles can be created, and so using this feature can include both outlining and the question method of note-taking. The sentence method is arguably one of the most basic methods. It is likely this is a method you have almost used on multiple occasions. A few minor changes to your technique may help hugely. The main benefit of this method is that it's great for fast-paced lectures and lessons. The main premise of this method is to write shorter, concise sentences, with a separate line per point. Bullet points can be used to emphasize key points. This method requires no preparation, unlike some other methods such as the charting method. By having a separate line per point, concision is essential, and so this method is ideal for the lecture environment. The mapping method is a more creative note-taking method, ideal for more essay and literature-based subjects. The mapping method is a way of showing interrelations between different finer details, as well as how they fit into the greater picture. By writing the title or topic in the center, headings then branch out, with finer details, statistics, or images branching off further. This method can also be adapted, as well as being used with colors, font, and images. Connections can also be shown between finer details, and so helping a more holistic response in your work. As well as this, it is highly adaptable, depending on your subject and requirements. This image shows how the mapping method can take a more list-style form. Our final method is the charting method. This method is essentially a table, with facts to be filled in during a lecture or in your own time. This method is only suited to some aspects of learning, and certain subjects. Key factors or headings are the titles of multiple columns. This method is better suited to fact-based topics such as history and geography, however can be easily adapted for other subjects and styles. Due to the layout, long answers cannot be entered, and so helps in creating streamlined notes. One of the downsides of this method is that preparation is required before a topic, However, using our free template, this process can be speeded up. Those are our top note-taking methods, you probably aren't using, but should be. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe down below.